Welcome to Avantech Software Scan2X Tech Sessions. This is a how-to video about user security. So first we'd have to log in as an administrative user and then we'll be in a position to be able to create users. Now there are two main types of users that you can use in Scan2X. The first is if you are not part of a domain, in which case you would create Scan2X users which can only be used or seen within Scan2X. And the second type would be ones which are using a domain model, in which case you can use the users and groups that exist within your domain. So I'm going to click on the admin panel and I will go to the Active Directory setting. And as you can see, this is empty. Since this is empty, that means that I can use the built-in user accounts of Scan2X only. So I click on the Users menu, and here you can see the admin user that I had before. To log in is there, but I could go and create myself a new user. I can give that a name. I must have an email to go with that. And if I was using RFID cards, I could put in the RFID number as well. And I can specify whether this user is an admin user or not. I say save changes, and this user would now be able to log in. I could send him an email with his PIN by clicking on the envelope there. Now, to use a domain model, you'd fill in the domain name and a username and a password of someone who has the rights to interrogate Active Directory. Once you put in those credentials, you can say test, and once that's come up as green, you'll see that the users menu has become grayed out. Although this is available later, as you can use both types of users going forward. Users and groups permissions can then be assigned per job, and I will show you how that would work now. So I'm going to go to ADR Automation. I'll open it in Jobs Manager. And here I will have the section for security. Now there, whereas with the Scan2X user model only, I could only choose the users who have rights. Now that I have Active Directory, I can show and filter groups and give permissions to groups or users. Notice there's the permissions button on the right hand side. That is the end of this video. Thanks for listening.